with another video. Today we have the Los Angeles Chargers, man. Justin Herbert ascent was a bright spot in an otherwise dark season last year. The new coach, Brandon Staley, could help clean up the unforced errors that plagued the Chargers' previous staff. But he will need healthy versions of Darwin James and Joey Bosa to fix the defense that was ranked among the league's bottom third. Um, Justin Herbert came as a surprise to me. I didn't know what to expect. Maybe I thought he was going to be solid. Honestly, I was kind of mad that Tyrod Taylor, the training staff of the Chargers, busted his fucking lungs. He punctured his lungs. The training staff did for the Chargers. I put my little tinfoil hat on. I thought that was some foul play there. Maybe they secretly wanted Justin Herbert to start over Tyrod Taylor from the get-go. Because I think Tyrod Taylor, not to go off on a tangent, Tyrod Taylor won a playoff game with the Bills, and low-key hasn't had a real opportunity to show he can be that guy. I guess in this era, it's the deepest it's ever been at the quarterback position. So it's always easy to get an upgrade, especially if you got Tyrod Taylor. You're going to think, okay, we can upgrade. But if you just have Tyrod Taylor as a starter and you just build your defense up and all that bullshit, man, I just feel like Tyrod Taylor can be very impactful for a lot of teams. But anyway, let's look at the offseason moves. They had Jared Cook from the Saints. Good pickup. He fills a void created by the departure of Henry Hunter. Where did Henry Hunter go to? That nigga was a beast. And here it is. Oh my God, I forgot he went to the fucking Patriots. Last year, Henry Hunter had 60 receptions for 613 yards, 4 touchdowns, 10 yards on average per reception on 93 targets. Oh my God. Oof. Yeah, that's a good pickup by the Patriots. Yeah, Henry Hunter, that was a big loss. Hopefully Jared Cook helps. Trying to go back. Hopefully Jared Cook helps with that. But they got Jared Cook from the Saints. I mean, you lose Henry Hunter, you kind of make up most of it. You probably make up 85 to 90% of what Henry can give you, and I'm pretty sure they didn't want to pay him. He also came off a shoulder injury also. But let's see what else they got. They got Chase Daniel from the Lions. Okay backup, solid backup. A little below average backup. He would serve as Justin Herbert's backup, replacing Tyrod Taylor. I just spoke on Tyrod Taylor. Very solid quarterback. To me, he's a good quarterback. Josh Palmer, drafted at the third round with the 77th pick from Tennessee. He's a 6'1", 210-pounder. He is a fluid route runner with good hands. Larry Roundtree, the sixth round pickup out of Missouri, sets a battle Justin Jackson and Joshua Kelly for the depth role. They picked up with the first round 13th pick out of Northwestern. They picked up Rashad Slater. Immediately slots into the team's pressing need at a left tackle. Center from the Packers, Courtney Lindsey, a big ticket signing who reunites the former teammate Brian Bugala. Okay, good pickup. They lost Henry Henry to the Patriots. Dealt with a variety of injuries his 5 years with the Bolts. Did not know that. Let's see how many games I watched with the Chargers. So maybe a healthy Jared Cook is better than an injury-riddled Henry Hunter. Hope for the Patriots he can be healthy. Because I want to see the Patriots be successful because I'm tired of niggas is ready to shit on Cam Newton. Let's put it that way. They also got they lost Melvin Ingram to the Steelers. Big loss. Big pickup for the Steelers, though. Ends Charger stint, number 4 all-time among franchise sack leaders. Wow. Lets you know, the Chargers haven't had a lot of good pass rushers. But, man, that was a big loss. They got the first-year coach, Brandon Staley. Offensive coordinator, Joe Lombardi, with the West Coast offense. First-year defensive coordinator, Renato Hill scheme. And a 3-4 defense. Wow, they cleaned house. The Chargers cleaned house with the coaching staff. They're projected to be about average, a little above average, a top 15 team. Expecting to win 9 to 10 games, maybe 8 to 10 games. Last year they were 7-9, so they was a little below average. So pretty much, they think they're going to stay about the same. Maybe a little bit. They might win they think they're going to win 2 more games from last year. Solid, maybe in the hunt for their conference, the AFC West, which has the Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Raiders. Of course, the Chiefs is going to make it. Their bigger competition is probably going to be the Raiders. Going to be the Raiders pretty much. I think the Raiders are a better team. But pretty much if they can beat the Raiders for the wild card spot, that's probably the whole goal this year. Let's look at their depth chart. Justin Herbert as a starting quarterback. Backups, Chase Daniel, Easton Stick. Running back, Austin Eckler. I think this year's gonna have a really big year. If there was a most improved player, he'll probably get it. Justin Jackson, Joshua Kelly, and Larry Roundtree. Fullback, Gabe Neighbors. Wide receiver, number one, Keelan Allen, Jalen Guyton, Josh Palmer, and KJ Hill. Receiver, number two, Michael Williams, Tyron Johnson, Joe Reed. Tight end, they have Jared Cook, Donald Parham, and Trey McKinney. A good receiving core, really solid, really good. They have the number 18th ranked offensive line. Starting with left tackle, they have Rashad Slater. Left guard, Matt Feeler. At center, they have Corey Lindsey. Right guard, O'Day Abushu. Right tackle, Brian Bugala. And the kicker is Michael Bagley, Tristan Vizenko, and Alex Kesman. They have a lot of kickers on the roster. I'm pretty sure they can get that to other people that can help you, like on your D line. How about that? Let's look at the top storylines. Prime time for Eckler. Look, just said that. It wasn't exactly a disastrous season, but things could have gone better in Austin Eckler's first full year at the Chargers. Clear cut to top back, while the 5'10", 200-pounder nearly scraped his way to 1,000 total yards while finishing sixth among backs in receptions, 54. He tops in running back. A grade 2 hamstring strain, coupled with the hyperextended knee, forced Eckler to miss 6 games, most of which came during the peak of his first year rookie quarterback Justin Herbert's rise. The hamstring issue was essentially a flunky injury, no one not brought on by increased workload, but it was nonetheless a disappointing result as the offense was sputtering by the time Eckler rejoined the lineup in Week 12. Upon his return, Eckler did not appear to be missing his trademark elusiveness. He posted 4.2 yards per carry post-injury, but the game scripted tended to force feed Eckler a bevy of inefficient targets to the tune of 7.5 yards per catch, easily a career worst mark. That's Justin Herbert doing a lot of check down routes. You know, you read your routes, you see the D line coming, check it down to the running back. All right. Look for improvements on the front under the new offensive coordinator, Joe Lombardi. Plus, it's also worth noting the team opted not to spend major resources upgrading the running back core in this offseason. As a result, he's able to stay healthy. Eckler should be prompt to make a good on the hype that often had him among the first dozen selections in the fantasy draft last year. Yeah, potential Pro Bowler, in my opinion, and potential Hall of Famer if all the cards stack right for him. Charging up the passing attack. A late season hamstring injury forced Keenan Allen to miss 2 games, causing him to fall short of the 1,000-yard mark. But superb route runner still managed to hit a 1,000-catch milestone for the third time in 4 campaigns. Let me say something about Austin Eckler. If he has the season I think he has, there's going to be a lot of arguments who's better than who. He has a potential to be in debates like, yeah, bro, this nigga's better than Alvin Kamara. This nigga's better than Pat McAfee. This nigga's better than your favorite running back here. Really, outside of Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, the boy for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are gonna be. He's gonna be in a conversation for one of the top 5 running backs in the league, maybe top 3. Um, Back to Keenan Allen, he had 1,000. He just fell short of a 1,000-yard mark. With superb route runner, still managed to hit a 1,000-catch milestone for the third time in the last 4 campaigns. He had some injury issues starting out his career, but luckily he's been pretty healthy as of late. That he managed to feat despite an in-season quarterback change is more impressive. I mean, nigga, they changed the quarterback like week 1 or week 2. What are we talking about? He's back for his season to reprise his PPR-friendly role in the offense, directed by Justin Herbert. Big body target Mike Williams once again failed to haul in more than 50 passes and saw his receiving yards drop from 1,001 in 2019 to 756 last season. Now in the final year of his rookie deal, Williams will look to continue to build chemistry with Herbert and recapture some of the red zone prowess he displayed while recording 10 touchdowns in 2018. It's contract time, so if he can stay healthy, he should ball out this season. You know what I'm saying? Why not? He has all the motivation to. Especially with they're going to be double teaming Keenan Allen, of course. Jalen Guyton, who emerged late in training camp last year to claim the team's number 3 job. He played the 12th most snaps on offense as a wide receiver, but he was targeted sporadically. Instead of being used as a primary, as a blazing decoy on the outside, he'll face competition for the depth chart sliding from a second-year player, Tyron Johnson, who parlayed multiple plays of 50-plus yards early last season into a more significant role. Beyond Guyton and Johnson, the 2021 third round pick Josh Palmer and a 2020 fifth rounder Joe Reed round out the depth chart. So yeah, two veterans, one a potential Hall of Famer, another potential star receiver, and just a lot of solid young talent at the receiving core position to grow with Justin Herbert. Not bad. Cooking with Henry. They lost Henry and got Jared Cook, who joins the team on an incentive laden 1 year deal. I thought he was pretty old. Yeah, I thought he was, when I was speaking on him earlier. The 34-year-old was productive during 2 seasons with the Saints, compiling 80 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 16 touchdowns, despite seeing his snap share dip dramatically. Cook likely would be tasked with a similar receiving heavy workload in Los Angeles. He won't be the only tight end expected to make up for the production of the oft injured Henry. However, there's a possibility for the former XFLer Donald Parham will absorb the increased share of the tight end targets in his second season with the team. Despite generally operating as a run blocker, the 6'8 behemoth was quite dangerous in the limited opportunities last year, recording 159 receiving yards and 3 scores despite just playing 220 snaps. The team also took Trey McKitty, 97th overall in the 2021 draft, but as a rookie, look for the Georgia product to do the most damages in inline blocker. So pretty much after Henry left, they signed a good veteran, and they signed a project, or they took a chance on Donald Parham based off his physicals. He's a behemoth. He's physical. He's a physical specimen, and they also drafted tight end. They're trying to make sure Justin Herbert has all the weapons he needs, pretty much. Let's look at the stocks for the Chargers. The team's new offensive scheme should benefit Guyton, who caught just 28 passes last season, despite plenty of playing time. If he locks down the number 3 wide receiver role, he could thrive as an explosive deep threat. Falling stock, Joshua Kelly, 2020 fourth rounder, logged 47 touches across his first 3 NFL games, but closed the season as a healthy scratch. With Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson healthy, Kelly's path to a steady volume is murky. Yeah, he's definitely going to be probably a third. He's not going to get a lot of touches. Um, Nothing wrong with that, man. Just when you get the ball, when it's your time, just shine, brother. That's all I can say. Sleeper, Josh Palmer. Palmer could emerge as a nice complement to Keenan Allen in the intermediate game. Jalen Guyton and Tyron Johnson slot ahead of the rookie on the depth chart, but there's room to move up with a break or two in his favor. Yeah, most definitely. I'll start the top two out of Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, the wide receiver game, to be the third wide receiver on that team, to be number 3 as a pass catcher at the wide receiver position is wide open. He definitely has room to move up. Pivotal player, of course, is Justin Herbert, my guy. Not many predicted the level of success of Herbert would enjoy when pressed into action week 2 last season, but after taking over for Tyrod Taylor, the number 6 overall pick in the 2020 draft never looked back. In this process, Herbert set multiple rookie quarterback records while earning Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Medical tent. Of course, Keenan Allen is in this bitch. A strained hamstring essentially forced the star wide receiver to miss the final 3 weeks of the regular season, but Allen also landed on a COVID-19 list in Week 17, officially ended his chance to be at the 4th consecutive campaign with 1,000 or more receiving yards. Still was a successful effort for Allen, who immediately emerged as quarterback, Justin Herbert's favorite option, amassing a whopping 144 targets in just 13 games, while seeing a massive jump in red zone usage. The 29-year-old appears completely healthy entering the 2021 and once again profiles as a target magnet and new coordinator Joe Lombardi's offense. Yeah, next year his numbers should go up. I mean, Justin Herbert should have more confidence and be better at reading the defense. When you're a rookie, you're definitely going to depending on your playmakers, just really as any good quarterback would. But Keenan Allen, probably another Pro Bowl season if he can remain healthy. Didn't know he's 29 though, so I don't know when his contract is going to end. But especially with all the receivers they got, I assume it might be his last year. Oops, let's get that out the way. Making a video, guys. Let me see my messages. Joey Bosa, the 2 separate concussions forced a 3-time Pro Bowler to miss 4 games scattered across 2020, with the latter ended in his campaign Week 16. A third-year leap from 2019 first-round pick Jerry Tillery could go a long way in helping the now healthy Bosa return his lofty sacks total, especially with the talented pass rusher Melvin Ingram now in Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's going to hurt Joey Bosa. Expect a lot of double teams. He was trying to double team him. Even if you did, Melvin Ingram was always there to help that nigga to get to the quarterback or stop the run. Jerry Tillery, don't know who that is. Let's see. I know he was drafted the third round a couple years ago. 24-year-old D tackle. 30 tackles, 3 sacks last year. He's okay. And Joey was hurt. Well, he's a young player, but yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna see how much he's third rounder. We get third rounder. Supposed to be okay, I guess. Mm. And last but not least, Dorian James. After an excellent rookie season, James has played just 5 games since 2018 with the meniscus tear, ending the most recent campaign. Before it was even began, the FSU product was present at OTAs, and by all accounts, seemed completely healthy. So they lost a lot and they pass rushed. The passing game got better, and so basically, niggas coming back healthy. Running backs should be better. Receivers should be better. This offense should be a top 10 NFL offense. But what I'm seeing from here, shout out to RotoWire for the article. Go check it out, guys. They helping me make this video. The reason I'm making this video, offense should be a top 10 offense. The pass rush is not going to be there outside of Joey Bosa, pretty much. So that's probably why they just got him a little above average. Because if you can't get to the quarterback, they're gonna be able to score. But it seems like they're gonna have a hard time stopping the run. That means the other team is gonna have control of the clock. And if that team who can run the ball on them, if they keep getting first downs and they can keep the Chargers offense off the field, that's probably the formula how to beat the Chargers every time. Keep the top 10 offense off the field, run the ball, make their weakness at stopping the run pay every single time. But hey man, that's my video on the Chargers. Please like, share, subscribe. Top the bell notification when you want to see more of these videos. It's Avatar Sports. Peace.